What's up, guys? Film Freak here, reacting to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Team Tournament, the Ultimate Schmoedown match between Team Trek and Cinemablend. I'll also be playing along for the Reaction League. Here we go. Team Trek, my boys.
Welcome to the Ultimate Schmoedown 2017.
Woo!
It's the team tournament. I'm Christian Arloff.
I am Mark Ellis. You know, Christian, Tender Greens doesn't cater for just any event.
Not even this one.
You knew it was going to be special. I brought this from home. What a matchup we have to kick off the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Team League Ultimate Schmoedown playoff format competition. I mean, you have Cinemablend.
Yeah.
What they do is they put movies into a Vitamix, and then you have Team Trek, and they sleep with phasers under their pillow.
They do indeed. And I'll tell you, the thing that is so special about this tournament, back in 2014,
Way back in the dark ages.
when you and I came up with this thing at a pizza place in Anaheim.
The wheel had not been invented.
It had not. And we came up with this tournament, and the singles league was 16 players, and we got our first champion in Mark Riley. And then in 2015, we had the team tournament. You and I ultimately won.
You're damn right we did.
That tournament. But this year was only supposed to be 8 teams.
And then what happened?
And then what happened is that we have so many teams this year, so many great competitors that I said I can't just do 8. We got to look at this. How are we going to make it work? And here we have it, 16 teams all going for those stinking Patriots who just defended the belts against Team Modoc. And here we go now. It is the first matchup of the tournament, and you've got Cinemablend, like you mentioned, Eric and Connor. These guys, their first match when they came out here against DC Movie News, it was very close, and they became fan favorites quick because the fans were on their side. They saw maybe a couple calls didn't go their way, but the way that they handled themselves, the fans really, they got by them. So this could be a team. There's one guy, the guy who writes the Schmoedown blog.
Yeah.
He has them going the whole entire way to the finals.
That's right. So you have Eric and Connor versus Scott and Jason. They sound like the kids in Stand By Me. I don't think those are their actual names, but when you get Team Trek on the board, you don't know what the wheel is going to provide for them because they're a very round 2 heavy team where if they get the right one, if they pull movie release dates out of the hat, they could run the entire table. But if they get something that's on their wheelhouse, it could be an easy victory for Cinemablend.
Well, listen, I mentioned controversy when it came to Cinemablend. Trek is no stranger to controversy. They are arguably the only team that could have beaten the Patriots. You look at that sudden death match. That's before we changed the buzzers. That's before we had the challenge rule with the Eva situation that Jason Inman could have challenged. He might have won it.
Eve, what the hell's the difference?
Who knows? It could have been a challenge, and maybe Trek could have been our champions.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
they're not.
They should
They're
have.
not, because right after that match, they lost to the former team heroes, which was Schnepp and Burnett, and they've been on this downward spiral. We haven't seen them since. Mance had a singles match against Bibiani. Unfortunately, just lost that. But they are strong competitors, and they could always win. Just depends on the category.
That's right. Not since Launchpad McQuack have we seen such a tailspin. However, I think we're due for a turnaround today. Will Team Trek get the right category in round 2?
Well, let's hear from all of our competitors right now.
Great.
Round 2.
Well, let's hear from all of our.
It was actually a pretty good movie.
We are finally back in the Ultimate Schmoedown.
Hailing
teams.
frequencies open.
Live long and prosper now. Now, Jason, number one. I don't know if you know this, but the last time I was in an Ultimate Schmoedown, ooh, it didn't go so well. It didn't go so well because, not because I didn't know my stuff, but because I couldn't do math. I couldn't do math.
Yep.
What is this, the ultimate schmo calculus? No. We're here. We're ready. We're going to compete. We're going to kill it.
it's pretty much what everyone expects.
And we had a, I think, very strong opening, our first Schmoedown match, and I don't know, I think we got a little bit maybe robbed a touch on that last question to our own potential fault, but we're here.
No fault of ours.
No fault of ours.
Robbed. That should have been ours.
We are here for victory today, though. That is what it's all about.
Today we're playing Cinemablend, which is, wait, who was Cinemablend?
Somebody named Eric and Connor?
Connor?
I don't know. You know who they are? They're red shirts.
I'm sure they're nice guys, but you know what they say about nice guys? They finish last.
I've been watching the tapes. I know that Scott Mance, for example, is very good with those movie release dates, so I think it's fair to say that we will be staying as far away from that as possible. That being said, we also know that they didn't have what it takes to beat up the Patriots, so, you know, maybe we'll be the ones to bring them to a 500 record.
A lot of people want to count us out. We had 3 straight victories, then we had 2 losses, but if you look at our losses, we lost the championship by 1 point and a technicality. We lost the second one because Schnepp and Burnett luckily hit comic book movies on the wheel. And they're not even a team anymore.
Number one, if the judges knew their shit, we would be doing much better than we are.
Right.
We're nothing against the judges. We love the judges.
These are the top competitors. Obviously, we're facing Jason Inman and Scott Mance, some super smart dudes. But, you know, I think we might be just a little bit smarter.
We're from Cinemablend. We know cinema. Those guys are Trek. If Trek questions come up, I'm sure it'll be good, but we're Cinemablend.
A full blend of cinema.
Star Trek is about something. We are about something. You know what we are about, number one? We are about victory.
Ooh.
Victory. Live long and prosper.
That's a V for victory, baby.
Not a lot of smack talk here between the 4 of these guys, but they're all very determined. I mean, the look in when I walked Cinemablend here before, I was telling them the rules and showing them everything. The look in their eyes, they want this thing.
Didn't it remind you of the team from Hoosiers? Like, they're measuring everything. They want to make sure that it's 10 feet here like it is back home. I mean, they want to make sure that this is a fair contest.
Absolutely.
Team Trek, they are veterans of the tournament, for better or for worse. They know how to compete.
They know how to compete, and I think that Cinemablend just really happy to be here. Trek is looking for revenge. They want the Patriots. They want that shot at taking the Patriots out. The bump in the road that was Heroes. They're looking to get past it, and we're ready to go.
I am ready to go. I'm going to have a bite of chicken while you wear your throat out.
Well, not yet, because it's the tail of the tape. That's fine. Tail of the tape, there is Team Trek. Obviously, movie release dates, comic book, movies, and yelling and keeping each other under control. Oh, wait, sorry. Jason keeping Mance under control.
That's accurate.
All right, and then you got Cinemablend, comic book movies, a strength. You have new releases, a strength, and learning that Mance is loud. All right, so there we go. That's everything right there as far as the tail of the tape. Are you ready to get going?
Do I look ready? Let's do this.
That's disgusting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Ultimate Schmoedown.
What's about?
In the team division, introducing first, with a record of 0 wins, 1 defeat, they are the ranked number 12 contenders, Eric and Connor, Team Cinemablend.
Here comes Cinemablend. Greeting to the crowd. The crowd seems to favor them.
Give us some kisses.
I mean, I like when they blow the Emperor's kisses.
Yeah, well, it's better than blowing the
I like getting fit grapes.
Sure you do.
Not my intention.
Here we go. And their opponents, with a record of 3 wins, 2 defeats, give it up for the Mance Man, Scott Mance, Jason Justice Inman, Team Trek!
There they are, walking out arm in arm.
I gotta tell you, Mark, it's good to see Trek back in the ring.
Look at the poses. This is a very well-rehearsed, well-worn routine, but it never gets old to me. They are very excited to represent their favorite brand, intergalactically known as Team Trek. That siren you hear is just a nerd alert.
Yeah, these guys were at the Star Trek convention, and they loved it. They absolutely loved it. All right, so now here we go, guys. It is the ultimate the first match. 16 matches. Let me show you the bracket right there. The winner of this match will play the winner of Team Action versus Deep Cuts. And we are in our first match. Scott Mance, he is no stranger to this tournament. Remember that Machinima ETC back in the day with his former teammate Alicia Malone. He's looking to redeem himself here.
Scott Mance, no stranger to people in general. I don't think there's a human being on planet Earth that has not met and have a 5-minute conversation with Scott Mance. Will Cinemablend enjoy their interaction with Team Trek? We're about to find out.
Mark, how does round number 1 work?
Round number 1 works thusly. We are going to ask the field 8 questions. Once you guys hear the question, please write down your answer on your whiteboard. When we ask you to reveal your answers, please show it when prompted to the camera and verbalize it at the same time. These 8 questions come from 8 different movie categories. Keep in mind there's no stealing. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question.
Mance looks hungry. All right, here we go here. Round number 1 in the category of comedies.
Oh, crap.
Who plays rising journalist and new E correspondent Allison Scott in the hit comedy Knocked Up?
I like how you hit the exclamation
And I said
point.
knocked up. You like that?
Yeah, that was more of a question. Like, knocked up?
I went, no, it wasn't. It was knocked up.
No, were they knocked
Katherine
up?
Heigl?
About it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Mance Man.
Katherine Heigl.
That is correct.
Yes.
That's correct. Jason.
Seth Rogen's lady.
That's correct. And Connor.
Katherine Heigl.
Oh, and Cinemablend here taking a 2-to-1.
First blood.
Yeah, first blood here. Mark, what's question 2?
Your category is dramas, and your question is thus. What movie features a police officer named Jim Curring, a former child game show star named Donnie Smith, and a controversial motivational speaker named T.J. Mackey?
I had a friend named Mackie back in
Did
high
you?
school.
You
No.
seem like a guy
I
that's
didn't
you're
know.
friends with Pintos.
Yeah.
I bet you got a friend named Fish.
You didn't let me finish my lie.
What? I'm sorry. What did your fake Mackey friend do?
Well, we already know he's false. 5,
The Shield.
4, 3, 2.
Game show.
It's Paul Thomas Anderson's Magnolia.
That is correct. Jason?
Magnolia.
Correct. Please respect the mic. Connor?
Magnolia.
Correct. And Scott?
Released December 27th, 1999. That's Magnolia,
Don't
ladies
get
and
extra for
gentlemen.
that.
This is the Scott
Captain's
Mance.
love.
This is the dangerous Scott Mance here. He's perfect so far. Here we go. All right. Next category, in the category of family films, what NBA superstar played the genie Kazam in Kazam?
You sold Kazam very well right there.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've been working on that for
Why
months.
wasn't the movie Kazam coming with an exclamation point at the end? Like, Kazam!
Shaq?
4, 3, 2, 1. Jason Inman.
Shaquille O'Neal.
That's correct. Connor.
Shaq.
That's correct. Scott Mance.
Shaq.
You don't know the release date on that one. And Eric.
Shaquille O'Neal, not Sinbad.
There you go. All right. So Connor, Eric, and Scott have not missed yet. So let's see what question number 4 here.
Right, Shaq, former NBA champion, now does commercials for the General. Your next category is action adventure. In Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows, Stephen Fry plays Mycroft. How is Mycroft related to Holmes?
Mycroft sounds like a bad.
He is Sherlock Holmes's brother.
Okay, a follow-up to Star Fox. If you like Star Fox,
You'll love Mycroft.
get ready for Slippy's adventure in Mycroft.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Connor.
Brother.
Correct. Scott.
Brothers.
Got it. And
Brother.
Got it. And
Brother.
Got it. All
Oh,
right. So there you go.
brother.
8,
I just
7.
remember the line saying, "I'm the other Holmes."
There you go.
Other could be so many.
That's all.
Yeah,
That's
there
all
you
you
go.
need.
Here
You
we go.
read the books.
Category of animated. Who provided the voice for the fast-talking meerkat Timon in The Lion King?
You describe me as talking or a meerkat.
Both. Absolutely. This cast today. Oh, it is casting today. You should have gotten it.
That's my
5,
meerkat.
4, that's
Ah!
3, 2, 1. Scott Mance.
Ah,
Nathan Lane.
Correct. Eric.
Nathan Lane.
Correct.
Nathan Lane, tag on it.
Correct. Connor.
The always fabulous Nathan Lane.
All right, there you go. All right.
Doing well.
Next one.
Your next question for a still perfect cinema blend and an almost perfect Team Trek. 80s movies is your category. Comedy legend Madeline Kahn plays which character in 1985's Clue? John Roca got some hot water with Viviani in the movie Clue.
That's
Hear
something
about
we're
that?
not allowed to talk.
Well, we'll edit
5.
that out.
Miss Scarlet?
My meerkat.
3, 2, 1. Eric.
Ms. Violet?
It's incorrect. Jason.
The maid?
Incorrect. Connor.
Miss Peacock.
Incorrect. And Scott.
Live long and prosper.
Incorrect. What was the answer?
Mrs. White.
Mrs.
Flame.
White. Mrs.
Dang it.
White.
Flame. What did she play?
On the side of my head.
Mrs.
Jeez.
White.
Okay.
Mrs.
All right.
White.
All right. Well,
That was my
Scott
second
Mance,
guess.
it's time
There's
to
only
change
3
the
of 'em.
category Fantasy sci-fi.
Nerd alert.
What was the only year in which both a Star Trek film and a Star Wars film were released? Ooh. Look this. Don't look at your partner there.
A lot of movies in both of those franchises. Which one do you like better, Star Trek or Star Wars?
I like the one with Star in it. 5.
It's a cop-out answer.
4. It is indeed. We have fans all over the place. 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Jason in.
83, but it's wrong.
That is incorrect.
2016?
Connor.
I put 1981.
Incorrect. Scott Mance.
2002.
Correct.
Yep.
And Eric.
82.
82.
God.
Mance did get it. Prove
All
it.
right,
release
that would be
dates.
Star Trek Nemesis and
As soon
Star
as
Wars
I wrote it
Episode
down.
2.
I thought Beyond and Force Awakens might.
Because everyone remembers that movie.
There you go.
Right.
Last
Reading the
tie game here.
call.
Last question. Last question.
The last question in round 1 comes from the category of famous directors. These are directors that have received some sort of acclaim. What acclaimed director has made cameos in Gremlins, The Blues Brothers, and Vanilla Sky? What acclaimed director has made cameo appearances?
This is a good
Gremlins,
question.
The Blues Brothers, and Vanilla Sky.
I like that Vanilla Sky. Not a lot of people do. 5.
I don't remember it.
John Landis? I don't know.
3, 2, 1. Connor.
Hi, Mom.
That is incorrect. Scott Mance.
Steven Spielberg.
Correct.
Damn.
Eric.
Cameron Crowe. Nothing.
And
Steven Spielberg.
wow.
That's
That's
big.
it too. That's big.
really
Good.
That is a big
3 out of 8.
there.
3 out of 8.
What a first round there.
Number
What
one.
a first round between
Making it
Trek
so.
and Cinemablend there.
That was a good round.
Cinemablend had a nice little lead. Mance played very strong in there.
Yeah.
And Inman had a nice little comeback. That was a great first round.
That's right. Cinemablend taking too much time to say hi to their moms, not enough time focusing
There's no
on
such
the
thing as
last
too much
question.
time for that.
All right. So round number 2, it is the dreaded wheel round. Mark, how does this work?
Said wheel is provided by Cobster No Glare Christian Rubalcaba, and it has
Copster!
10 different movie
Copster!
categories, as well as opponents and spinner's choice, which will be on the wheel for all of the matches in the Ultimate Team Schmoedown. You guys will spin the wheel. Each team gets 1 spin. If you don't like the category you spin, you are awarded 1 mulligan. Whatever category that lands on, you must answer 6 questions from said movie genre. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us up here at the desk for multiple choice options, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep in mind, teams, there is stealing available in round 2. However, there is no penalty for missing a question.
All right, Trek, you guys are up by 2 here. Do you want to go first or second?
Let's go first.
All right.
I say you spin the wheel since I screwed us that one time.
Oh, Scott Mance leaving his perch to spin the wheel.
The captain is up.
This
and
is
he's
like
gonna
Danny
give it a
Zuko
good
stepping in
spin.
for
Give it a
Kaneki.
good spin. Good spin. That's a good spin.
That
Okay,
is a
that's
solid
all right.
spin.
Nice and
That's all right.
gentle.
We'll
Nice
give
and
that spin.
gentle.
That's
I
a
like it.
solid
It's
spin.
gone around.
Stay away from your own
Come on,
face.
come on,
So
come on, come on,
no,
come on,
go
come
back.
Oh,
Tom
Tom
Cruise.
Cruise.
Let's do
Tom
it.
Cruise
Let's do Tom
movies.
Cruise.
They seem,
Yeah.
you know, interesting. Jason Inman, not quite as enthused about Tom Cruise as Scott Mance is.
Tom
Let's
Cruise.
see how that chemistry pays off.
Scott Mance has interviewed
Tom Cruise.
many-
I'm fine with Tom Cruise.
All right. All right, here we go. So 6 questions here in the world of Tom Cruise.
It's a wide filmography.
Who directed Vanilla Sky?
Movies all over the
Cameron Crowe.
All right, 2 points there for Trek.
I put that in your head. That's on
Yep.
me.
All right.
Your
right.
fault.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Next question. What is Tom's character's last name in Cocktail?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Donnelly, B, McDeer, C, Flanagan, D, Mitchell?
Flanagan.
Correct for 1 point.
Young
Correct
Flanagan.
for 1
Young
point.
Flanagan.
All right.
This man loves Tom Cruise. I don't know if you know that.
Jason Inman kind of looking like a risky
He
business
does.
era.
Got it going on. Question,
Yeah.
Does he need my
question
tidy
3.
whities?
Question 3.
Looks like University of Illinois.
From which prestigious law school did Mitch McDeer graduate in the firm?
Multiple choice.
A, Harvard, B, Vanderbilt, C, William and Mary, or D, Yale?
Harvard.
That's correct for 1 point. Scott Mance here is on a roll.
I'm probably going to take a nap.
Yeah. Not even conferring at this point.
William
All
and
right,
Mary, good university.
All right. Question 4. Who played the young stepmother of Tom Cruise's character Frank T.J. Mackey in Magnolia?
Oh, Julian Moore.
There's 2 points there. All right. So
Scott
then,
Mance.
He knew that one.
Lead for his team.
all right. So, number 5. Who directed Tom Cruise in one of his earliest roles in the film The Outsiders?
Oh, Francis Ford Coppola.
2 points there. Scott Mance is on a roll.
Running.
Nice.
And the final question. Final question.
No, number 1.
Okay.
You with the con.
All right, here you go. Who played Tom Cruise's wife in the film The Firm?
Oh, Gene Triplehorn.
2 more points for Scott Mance. Wow. Scott, that's the best man. That is the best round Scott Mance has ever had in the
Ever had.
Yep.
Ever had.
And easily encompassed 25, 30 years of Tom Cruise's career. Scott Mance did not miss a beat.
Now Cinemablend has to have. Cinemablend is not out of this thing by a long shot. If they get something that they
Get opponent's choice. Give them movie release dates.
I just gotta say that was right.
That'd be perfect.
All right, here we go. Eric, go ahead and give it a big spin, please. They're looking for. They are looking for comic book movies. They are looking for comic book movies.
On the hunt. They might get 90s.
90s. Are you gonna spin again, or are you gonna keep it?
Yeah, spin again.
Spin again.
They were
gonna
not
land
alive
here.
in the 90s.
So this is it. They obviously want to avoid movie release dates, and they
Here
want to
comes
hit
comic book
movies.
movies
if they can hit it.
It can't
They
get
can hit
around. It might be
Then we get
Oscar
Oscar
time.
movies.
Okay.
Oscar movies. All
Do what we
right.
can do.
Oscar movies.
Also
Here we
strain
go.
Of Scott Mance.
All right. Team Cinemablend, you have spun Oscar movies with your second spin, and your first question is, who is the only performer to be nominated for an Oscar in 1970's Little Big Man?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Martin Balsam, B, Chief Dan George, C, Faye Dunaway, or D, Dustin Hoffman?
B.
Give him a point.
1 point.
Wow.
Give them 1 point. They're trying to avoid the knockout here. If they can just get a couple more points, they can do it.
Here we go. Your second question is, who won an Oscar for portraying an
Kate
Oscar-winning
Blanchett.
actress in 2004's The Aviator?
Kate Blanchett.
Give him 2 points,
There you
Christian.
go. They're fighting.
They're
fighting.
not scared.
Nope, they're fighting.
All right. Next question for 2 more points. What was the first Disney movie to win an Oscar for Best Original Song? Five, 4.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Pinocchio, B, Dumbo, C, Bambi, or D, Snow White?
Bambi? I think it's Bambi.
Pinocchio.
One
Oh.
more point.
Nice guess, Eric.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, just giving it going. Yeah, all right.
Clawing,
How did
fighting.
Hi-Ho not win for Snow White? I will never know.
It was written by multiple people.
I like what you did there.
Wow.
The crowd's not enthused, but I am up here at the desk. Your next question in the world of Oscar movies, as long as we got each other, but fine. Other than
Wow.
Chaplin, what is the only other film for which Robert Downey Jr. has been nominated for an Academy Award?
I honestly want to say Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. I thought so.
I was thinking Golden Globe, or is that an Oscar? That was an Oscar.
They got a shot here to
Not
catch
afraid.
up. No, not at all.
Your
Two
next
more.
question. For which film did Jimmy Stewart receive his only Best Actor win at the Academy Awards?
Broken Arrow.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, B, The Philadelphia Story, C, It's a Wonderful Life, or D,
Harvey.
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington?
That is incorrect.
Harvey or Philadelphia?
Team Trek.
What were the choices again? I'm sorry.
Is it A, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, B, The Philadelphia Story, C, It's a Wonderful Life, or D, Harvey? Five.
Is it Philadelphia Story?
That's correct.
1
Huh.
point
Yeah,
there.
I shouldn't have second guessed myself.
Good steal.
Your last question. Category Oscar movies. Cinemablend. What actress won an Oscar for her role as Mona Lisa in My Cousin Vinny?
Marissa Tomei.
For 2
Peter
points.
Parker's on.
That one I
There
got.
you go. All right, so
Love
only
that movie.
the damage was done, but it's only 5 points. Cinemablend, we've seen stranger things happen
I mean,
in round
look,
3.
a 5-point lead is nothing to sneeze at, but the way that Cinemablend came back and fought through a very tough Team Trek in round 2, I give them some brownie points.
So one of these teams will be playing either team action or deep cuts. Just a matter of what happens here in round number 3.
Who's it gonna
This is
be?
a big one. All right, so round number 3, Mark, how does it work?
In round number 3, each team is going to give us here at our answer desk 3 numbers that range from 1 to 20. Those numbers correspond to a movie category up here. The first question is worth 2 points. The second question is worth 3 points. The final question is worth 5 points. You guys can confer on the 5-point question. However, once you hear the categories for the 2-pointer and the 3-pointer, you must choose which teammate is going to answer. Each teammate has to answer at least one question.
All right, so Trek, you guys have a 5-point lead. Please pick 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
Okay, in honor of Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan, we're going to go with number 2.
And in honor of Star Trek 4, we're going to go for number 4.
And in honor of Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country, released on December 6, 1991.
Six.
Number 6.
Is that what you guys were conferring about?
Yes,
it was.
Exactly the best way to do it.
Unbelievable.
All right,
Nope, just do it. Give me a blend of numbers.
All right, Cinemablend, who has obviously gone heel after this exchange. What are your 3 numbers?
5, 11, and 17.
5.
Based on
11.
what?
Nothing.
Just
Just
random.
Blend of numbers.
The world is
No
chaos.
blend.
No thought. It's
All
all
right.
a blend. Cinemablend's putting no thought into the number.
Here we go.
I got nothing.
So here we go, guys. So round number 3, and we're going to start with Cinemablend, who's trying to avoid the TKO here with category number 5 as their first category. You guys took dramas. Dramas. Who would like to answer the 2-point question in dramas?
I'll go for it.
Okay, here we go. All right. Susan Sarandon plays a lawyer going up against Tommy Lee Jones in what movie based on a John Grisham novel? Five. 4,
Yeah.
3,
Nope.
2, 1.
Got nothing.
All right, it was the client. The client.
Good movie.
He didn't use the JT.
Brad
ruler.
Was it 93?
Don't know. All right.
Not part of the question.
All right. Here we go. So now it goes to Eric. And Eric, you guys chose number 11 for your second one. And you have a 3-pointer here in category of 80s. 80s. All right. Which Star Trek alumni played Lunar Base Commander Buck Murdoch in Airplane 2, the sequel?
Oh, come on.
Hotel, same price? No. There's a bunch of different prices out there.
Scott Mance is not holding it together well.
5, 4.
Can you get the question again?
Yep, that's one of them. What Star Trek alum played Lunar Base Commander Buck Murdoch in Airplane 2, the sequel?
William Shatner?
For 3 points.
Wow.
Second there.
That was a guess.
So they're still alive, but now they
I honestly remembered at the last second.
I'll give you applause for that. I'll give you applause for that.
they still would have had a chance to tie, but now they have a chance to take a lead, and but they will still lose. If they do not hit their 5-pointer, Trek will go on to play the winner of action or deep cuts. If they hit it, it goes back to Trek. All right, here we go, guys. So you guys chose category 17 for your 5-pointer. You chose war movies. War movies. All right. Who played Private JT, a.k.a. Joker Davis, in the movie Full Metal Jacket?
Matthew Modine.
For 5
Well,
points.
we're tied.
There you go.
We are tied.
No, we're not. 26-23.
We are not tied at all.
26.
Trek has to work.
Trek has to work
Has
now.
to work.
Trek has to work.
Wow.
So Cinemablend is now taking the lead. Trek has
Well
an
done.
opportunity here.
Well done.
So here we go.
Here we go, Team Trek. You guys chose your numbers based on Star Wars movies. Is that correct? You watch
Trek,
it.
Mister, don't cross
Watch
the
it.
streams.
You chose Star Trek 2 in honor of Khan and his wrath, and so that corresponds to 1970s movies up here at the desk. Your 2-point question, who's going to be answering it?
Wow.
Scott
Mance going
Mance.
with
A
the
little more
2-pointer.
experience than Jason
Interesting.
Inman in life,
Wow.
and he's going to take
I
the
was not alive in the
1970s.
70s, so
Wow.
Reasonable.
Oh, man. Great. Thanks a lot.
All right, here we go.
Scott Mance, your question
Yes.
for 2 points.
Yes.
Who played legendary comedian Lenny Bruce in Bob Fosse's 1974 film, Lenny?
That would be Dustin Hoffman.
For
He
2
gets 2
points.
points.
All right, so now Jason Inman is going to have his 3-pointer and a chance to win the game for Trek. If Inman hits the 3-pointer, Trek will be playing either team action or deep cuts. If he misses, Trek will have a chance to hit their 5-pointer to win the game.
All right. Jason Inman, your 3-point category comes from the world of classics. Jesus. All right. These are movies that have transcended time and space and have become classic films. And your question for 3 points is, name the actor who played a prisoner who tried to break literal chains in the Defiant Ones and a doctor who broke societal chains.
Sidney Poitier.
Guess who's coming to dinner?
I
5, 4.
I'm just gonna say Sidney Poitier.
And your winner! Team Trek! They did it! Throw the three-pointer from downtown. Cinemablend has been eliminated from the tournament, but in a fight. What a game. Cinemablend. What a game.
Redemption.
You're going to be able to talk to Jen. You're going to be able to talk to Jen. Hold on, hold on. There you go. Cinemablend putting up a hell of a fight again. Cinemablend is just that team that keeps on fighting. They just can't get it in that last one because Eric had a strong, that three-pointer, and then the five-pointer. It just, it was a little bit hard that they had that lead build up.
Cinemablend came to play, but Team Trek coming through in the clutch, and it's nice to see Jason Inman, who missed the very first question of this match, and then getting the Sidney Poitier. And that was not building suspense for the sake of suspense.
No.
He legitimately was
know?
thinking and thinking and thinking, and he landed on the correct answer.
Well, guess who's coming to dinner? It's Trek for either action,
Yeah!
and, you like that? Either action or
Well done.
deep cuts. We're going to find out. But look, before any of that happens, we're going to talk to Jen Sturger.
Well, we're not. They are.
Well, you're going to talk because you're going to hear and listen to Jen Sturger, who's going to be talking to both the winners, Team Trek, and today's unfortunate losers, Cinemablend.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? I'm Jen Sturger here with Team Trek. That was an amazing performance. Scott Mance, welcome back. That was an amazing homecoming.
Great homecoming. I couldn't have done it without my teammates.
Oh, I couldn't have done it without my captain.
Number one, Jason Inman. We are Team Trek, and we are going to be unstoppable from this point on.
It's funny, before we spun that wheel, we actually were like, if we hit Tom Cruise, we'll stay on it.
Yes.
And look at it.
And we got Tom Cruise, and I'm like, I love Tom Cruise. I think he's a great actor. He makes great movies. He makes very, very successful, popular movies that we can watch over and over again.
Except The Mummy.
Except, and except losing it.
I think the captain and I today proved that we're back.
We are back.
We had our nice little hiatus.
Well, wait, number one.
We went to Ryza.
Number one.
Yes, Captain.
We never left. That's the key.
Correct. We were just
never
at the
left.
on.
And it's only a matter of time before we get back to take on Patriots. They better be nervous. They better be sweating. I mean, Snyder better lose the rest of his hair because
he will lose the rest of his hair.
He should be scared. He should be scared.
Come to the future where we have hair.
Yes.
So, Jason, how are you feeling when you got that last question?
I'll be honest with you. That was the only name that I knew was in both movies, so I just figured we had one more question. If I said it, it was either going to be right or wrong. I wasn't going to screw us completely over.
So proud.
Watch that tape back. I generally thought I got it wrong.
No, I was so proud. I was so proud of you, number one. And I just thought, when you mentioned Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, I mean, I'm like, oh my God, it's Sidney Poitier. I'm like, oh my God! But you got it. You got it.
That's why we make such a good team. We fill in each other's strengths or weaknesses.
Risk is our business. That's what the Starship is all about. That's why we're aboard her.
Yep. We have our momentum. We're going warp speed now.
So now you guys are going to advance in the tournament, and now you're going to face the winner of Deep Cuts or Team Action. Is there anyone you'd rather face out of those two?
Well, they're both going to lose, whoever we take on.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Problem.
I don't even like it. Doesn't matter. Whoa.
Wait,
what is this?
I don't think he can speak English.
What is this? What is this?
Hey guys, how you doing?
We're doing good. Hey, we just had a massive victory. So you guys better just forget the shades.
I have one question here.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you?
I have another question.
Who the hell are you? Did you answer any questions in that other than the last one?
Oh, okay.
Inman, you're a nice guy. But man, I've been waiting to kick your ass since the day I started in the Schmoedown. I got a date for you, buddy. Movie release dates.
Movie release dates, babe. Movie release dates.
Listen, you clean-shaven babies. We all know Thad is gonna beat your ass on deep cuts, and nobody knows who Thad is. So just walk out of here.
I believe his name is Tab.
All right.
He was named after the soda from the 80s.
If you really think that you can take me on in any match, but especially movie release dates, you are out of your fucking mind.
I got a date for you, man. It's 2017, the day that Team Action exploded your hopes in the tournament. You're dead.
Is that the day you were born? Because it looks like it.
Yeah, it sure does.
Listen, we've been to the final. Have you?
And we lost. We've been to the final and we lost.
Spell final.
Are you bragging about FINAL?
Spell the final.
Guys, I was in the middle of an interview.
Hey, Jessica.
Jessica,
just 1 second here.
Back to Jen here.
Live fast, die young. Where's the belts?
Okay.
Just return those suits to Kmart.
Zara.
Return the suits to Kmart. Well played, number one. Well played.
All right, that got a little intense. Are you okay?
We're good. Are you?
I'll recover. Let's go talk to Team Cinemablend. Oh, Team Cinemablend. That was kind of rough. A little
bit. That was a bit of a rough one for sure. We definitely, I mean, we had the passion. We definitely wanted it. It's just Team Trek, they're too good, man.
I felt it in my bones. I wanted that like no other.
Really? Do you regret passing on the 90s? Not the decade, but like the category, in the second round?
I was in that decade, but
yeah.
If I had taken that wheel, I think we could have gone all the way with it.
Definitely. Oscars, not my strength. I've seen, I think, every single movie that was mentioned in that category. However, I do not know every single award that it ran. So, yeah.
Nitty-gritty details. That's when it starts to mess you up.
Yeah, but you hung in there with round 2, close enough to keep round 3 very, very interesting and very close.
Yeah.
They had to hit their last one to beat you. But how did you feel like going into that third round? Were you like losing a little bit of steam? Were you still pretty optimistic?
I was still pretty confident. I mean, I know that we know our stuff, so I knew that all it took was a couple of good questions that we could answer, and we nailed it.
There's always hope until the game's over. Come on.
Exactly.
Like Rocky says, it ain't over till it's over.
Precisely.
It absolutely isn't. So that being said, are you guys going to be coming back?
Hell yes.
Come on.
You couldn't stop us from coming back. I mean, we we lost by such narrow margins.
I'm coming back.
Yeah, it's been
I want
close.
to come back.
Yeah, it's been close both times.
And yeah, and next time it'll be close on the other side. In fact, no, it won't. We're gonna kick their asses.
Come on, don't be modest. We're gonna run away with it next
We're gonna
time.
do great stuff. It's gonna be great.
Awesome, guys. Well, we'd be glad to have you back. Guys, back to the booth.
Well, no surprise. Look at Team Action showing up there, and I mean, they don't even know if they're going to win next week, and
Very
yet they're
cocky.
challenging Trek here. That's very interesting. But you hear Trek obviously showing a lot of respect to Cinemablend and the fact that they got it, and Jen said it as much in the interview how this was a great game for Scott Mance, a great round 1, a tremendous round 2. He hits his 2-pointer, and Inman came to play as well. And then obviously Cinemablend, a little upset. They're not done. They want to come back and play, and they will. Once the tournament's over, we'll definitely see Cinemablend. That's a team that they could beat anyone.
That's right.
They were
Eric
down
and
5
Connor
points, and it's only
getting
2 now.
their first taste of tournament play. That is a tough way to open up against Team Trek, but I think they adjudicated themselves very well. And for Team Trek, we've seen it before with them. They are a very momentum-based team. Once they can build on a win, they could go to the farthest reaches of the galaxy.
Well,
but first, they'll have to get through their next opponent.
It's very true. They're one of the only teams to win 3 straight matches in a row. So whether or not they can do that again, they have to do it 4 times in order to play the Patriots. But there you go. 1 match already in the books. Team Trek advancing to the next round. They're going to be looking forward to who they're playing as we get Team Action going up against Deep Cuts. The winner will play Team Trek. Who do you got? And besides that, how about this? Right afterwards on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, all team tournament matches coming your way. It's very special here for the Ultimate Schmoedown. A lot of tournament matches coming. Mark Ellis, we got a bunch of stuff they should hear about. Maybe it's the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook group. Go on over there. You want a breakdown of this very tournament, everything going on, check out the Schmoedown Rundown on the SK Plus podcast channel or on iTunes. Aaron, Brian, and Frank breaking it down for you, stats all over the place. Read the Schmoedown blog, go to Twitter. There's so much for all you guys to consume. Comment, like, do it all. Ultimate Schmoedown's just starting, and man, Josh McCougar's going to have a lot to say in the fantasy update.
This story began high above the streets of New York City with an epic fun.
And man, Josh McCougar's going to have a lot to say in the fantasy update.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Josh McCougar here with your fantasy update post. What's up?
What the fuck is up?
What's up, Cody?
I don't know. Just trying something new.
Why?
Got a second life. I want to try some new shit, Josh.
So, after your trip to the Upside Down, you figured this is your new look?
Yeah, I've been meaning to do this my entire life. You don't know how short life is.
You kind of look like a
Don't fucking judge me.
Ice Cube in Straight Outta Compton.
Maybe that's what I was going for.
So do you want to do this with a little more energy, a little more panache than I do?
No. I'm gonna let you do it. I'm just gonna judge you harshly as you're doing.
Alrighty, here we go. Post Trek and Cinemablend, a battle of the beasts, a battle of the badasses, a battle of the blends. Trek versus Team Cinemablend. Listen, you may soon forget that Star Trek Team Trek went up against the Patriots, the winners, the champions of the Team League, who seem to luck out and win every year, just like the stupid New England Patriots. But the Patriots did just barely beat Team Trek. They're a team to look out for. If you have them in your fantasy league, they may be great work for trade bait. Maybe you could get 2 people or even 3 people in a trade for Team Trek because they would compete, and they could win this Team Ultimate Schmoedown. They could win it. They are that good. And Cinemablend, A lot of personality, seem like really good guys. They could be contenders in this league. If you are thinking maybe your team's not that good, or what do you want to do with your team, Cinemablend could be one of those teams you may want to trade for or look for. I don't know what Cody is talking about. I'm not sure. I'm a fan of his look, but it seems like he's back. He's back from the Upside Down.
Damn right.
Maybe next time he'll dress up like Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails or Marilyn Manson. We shall see. I'm Josh McCouga. This is Alt Cody Hall.
See you next time
on the Schmoedown.